Okay, good morning everyone. Stream has just started. If you're watching this on catch up, hello. I have something a little different planned today, where I would normally be working exclusively with Lollipop. Today, I'm going to be working with Puff and Lollipop at the same time. I'm just currently uploading the link to Facebook, in case you're wondering what's going on. We are a go. Awesome. Let's just check the stream health, all that type of stuff. Make sure we're running at good quality. Good. There's a lot of behind the scenes little bits and pieces that go on to make these work really well. Ask the staff to do a quick sound check. Hellos. Would you mind doing a sound check on the stream in a minute? Thank you. Alrighty. Hi boys. Come on then, you two. Yes, you heard me right. You too. So, for anyone not in Bishop Stortford, it rained this morning when it wasn't supposed to, which is a nuisance. And because it's so warm, I didn't put rugs on my horses. Lo and behold, they're filthy, and I don't have time to towel dry them and scrub the dirt off them. And with as sensitive as my little Lollipop is, I didn't really fancy playing saddling with a sensitive Arabian with a wet back. That's not to say you can't put a saddle on a horse with a wet back, but we're not at the stage yet where I feel completely confident to be making my horse any more uncomfortable than he needs to be. It's something that I would do to an older horse if it was an absolute emergency. And sorry, but the stream is not an absolute emergency. But I figure, rather than just not doing anything, let's work on something else that's very important that needs to be worked on. My God, Puff, you've really made a mess of that plait. Let's work a little bit on our liberty. Our double liberty, to be precise. Ready, boys? Let's go. Now you'll notice when I did that, Puff responded almost immediately, and Lollipop had a little moment of uncertainty there. What I need to help Lollipop understand if he's going to be successful in a double horse liberty setup is those voice cues. And the way that I like to teach it is I call their voice their name. So I might say Puff, but I'll say it with an air of command. And what that should do is he should then listen. Then I give a command that is clear and precise. If I want all of them to respond at once, I'll say, ready boys, which is just a cue that I decided on. This is where groundwork training can be quite fun. They should also follow my body posture, so I should be able to look at one of them and guide each individual. But if for whatever reason, like Puff can't see me very well from where he is there, so if I wanted him to speed up, I need a way of communicating to him without using my body posture. So that's where I might say, Puff. What that's supposed to be is Puff Trot, right? But not Lollipop. Puff, let's go. You're not so hot on those downward transitions, Puff, hey? That's okay. For anyone who is wondering why Puff is not wearing a rope halter, first of all, he doesn't need one. He's very, very light off the halter. he never pulls, which is just lovely. But that's not the actual reason. He's in that halter because he got cast a few weeks back. Basically, I didn't want him to be feeling he had to respond super quick off the halter. So I put him in something softer, and I just haven't got round to switching him back to a rope halter. And he looks good in his lovely fancy pants. Normally reserved for shows halter. Now, this is the first real experiment I'm going to do with Puff and Lollipop working together. But I know what you're going to say. When you look at this, you're going to say, there is no way that Lollipop has not done that before. And you're right. I often lead all 4 of my horses out at the same time, and Lollipop does often have to go on the outside. So he does understand the basic premise of what we're going to do, but we've never, I should say successfully, we've had many times where we've just been in the field and I've given it a go, but we've never really worked on or successfully had him stay connected to Puff's side whilst working at liberty. So we're going to sort of talk through a bit how I'd start to teach multiple horse liberty, and hopefully we'll be able to demonstrate it at the Horsemanship Showcase. But, kind of jumping into that, this is not a how to train your young horse video. This is not a how to teach horses to do multiple horse liberty video. This is just me streaming what I'm doing with my horses and talking you through what's going through my mind throughout that process. You're spoiled. You're both spoiled. Let's just leave it at that, hey? Spoiled Arabians. Let's go. And I figured today, rather than trying to scrub them clean, we just do liberty instead. Maybe we'll ride Puff freestyle and try to get Lollipop to follow, I'm not sure. We are limited on time. I have a lesson at 1:30, so I will have to leave here on time for that. But I should have enough time to do some fun things. Ready, boys? It's you as well, Lollipop. Very good. The first thing I'd say, if you want to teach a horse to do anything at liberty, is get a nice sturdy pair of boots that you can run in. Because you're going to need to do a lot of this. In the same way that when you teach a riding horse, you spend a lot of time following the rail in the beginning. When you teach this, you spend a lot of time just jogging. And they're going to go through all sorts of varying stages. And Puff, you can see, is in the I've done this 1,000 times and this twerp is not consistent stage, where Lollipop's a bit all over the place and Puff's very consistent. Right? 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And Puff's right there. He doesn't leave my side. Where Lollipop's a little bit too far ahead, a little bit too close to Puff, a little bit over here, a little bit over there. And that upsets you quite a bit, doesn't it, Puff? Don't make me come over there, Lollipop. Cheeky pony. Very good. Oof. Hardest thing about all of this is organising the ropes. Come on, Lollipop. Good boy. Atta boy. Ready, boys? Good. Come on, Puff. You get dragging behind. There we go. And Puff has never liked being on the outside because it's more hard work. You have to run faster to go on the outside. Puff's done quite a bit of this with our other Arabian Rudolph, and he does not enjoy it. He does not enjoy not being the centre of attention and having to teach these little ones how to do it. And quite often Puff can be more of a problem than the others because he wasn't trained at Liberty with the express concept of going to do multiple horse. So he quite often positions himself where I would want a single horse to be, pushing in too close or going off on his own circle rather than staying as part of the group. But that's the fun of what we do, right? That's the... Come on, Puff. Good boy, Papa. Good. Good boys. Very good. Well, shall we let the carnage begin? Should we see what happens when we go when we take the halters off, hey? Should we see what we get? We're not after anything complicated today. But when you're doing Liberty, the goal is to find things that cause your horse to feel they need to leave, and then practice those things until they no longer stress your horse that much. Sometimes this is super easy, and you don't have to work very hard at all. And other times it's quite complicated. Ready, boys? Let's go. And it might be that, I reach over to Lollipop on the far side and tap his bum to say catch up, and that makes him leave because he didn't properly understand the phase 4. Well, it's looking pretty good already though. I have to say, I was not expecting you guys to just walk with me straight away and stay connected. Come on, Lollipop. Don't know if you've quite got that yet, have you? It's very good. You're spoiled. You're so spoiled. You just walked a quarter of a lap. You think that deserves sweeties. I massively over-treated you as when I started you, didn't I? Ready, boys? Let's go. It's actually one of the things I feel like I'm doing much better with Lollipop. I still give him too many treats, but not as many as I did Puff. It's funny looking back on some of the photos and videos of me starting Puff, and you don't think of yourself as improving, but we've come a long way, haven't we, Puffalo? We've learnt an awful lot. And you weren't even difficult to start. I've improved quite a bit. Lollipop, come on. Come on. Yes, I can get you over there. Oh, I've lost him. I've lost the boy. Lollipop, come on. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd get a bit stuck on this one. Good. Yes. Good. Puff, you stay there. Come on. Come on. Good. Yes, there we go. Yeah. No, Lollipop. Come on. You're trying to hide. The whole Puff. That was not helpful, Puff. Come on. I lost one of them. I know it's confusing. Little Arab. Come on. I know we haven't done much draw, have we? Come on. Come here. Good, yes. Come on. You're just going to amble. I'm not going to get more than an amble from you, am I? Not in this early stage. That's okay. Puff, let's go. Good. So, I found a hole, which I'll need to work on online. You can kind of see the difference. It's so obvious with Puff and Lollipop. Come on, boys. Let's go. Like, Puff is right there. He comes straight towards you when you do that. And Lollipop doesn't necessarily see that as a cue. Come on. And so then when I tell him off, he's like, what? What? I don't get it. And then Puff thinks I'm pushing him. That's all right. Let's go. Come on, Lollipop. Lollipop. Good. You need to be shoulder. I have to say, when I lead Lollipop in, come on, I'm always telling him to slow down. Because he rushes into his stable. So this is interesting to have to be telling him to speed up. I think it's like actually a first. Come on. Good. There we go. Yes. That's better. You're working really hard to try and get yourself a reward. Look at the state of you. Good boy. Yes. It's not quite what I was after, but I think I made my point. Okay. That mud's drying on you, it must be so itchy. Okay. You could wonder, Arabs. What I was hoping to do was a change of direction and then walk trot the other way, maybe. We've not quite gotten that though, have we? So let's do this. Let's have you on the inside and Puff on the outside. Let's go. Not backwards, Lollipop. Oh, you're finding the pressure a bit hard, hey? Come on. Sit up to my shoulder. There we go, good. There we go. You kind of, like, it's so obvious the difference between Puff and Lollipop, because Lollipop is trying to get away from the stick here, where Puff always curls around it. And we've done a tiny bit of liberty with Lollipop on the stream, and he was really good at it, which I was really surprised at. I didn't expect him to be so good. But obviously the pressure here is much higher, and he has to understand it in so much more detail. That a boy. He's also not a particularly touchy horse, as in he doesn't, when you touch him, he doesn't necessarily go, oh, thank goodness you're touching me, right? It's often, he'll toss his head and be like, actually, I'd rather you just stood next to me than rub me and scratch me and all the rest of it. So where with my first horse I put my hand out and he'd come into my hand and it'd be like, oh, thank goodness I feel safe now. I often find with Lollipop he'd rather me not touch him. So that has its own set of challenges in itself. This isn't too bad though, boys, for your first time. Hey. Good. Yeah, good. Well, Puff gets the treat then. Let's play it that way. You were too slow. Let's go. What? I'm going to have to spend some time online in the next few sessions running back and having the lollipop come towards me. I don't actually know if we've done it at all. It's one of those where it's like, oops. Come on, lollipop. Oh, we lost him. Oh, we lost him. Come here. Good. You need to get back into position with Puff. That's it. Oh, you were pooping. Is that what upset you? Is that what upset you? Right, come here then. Come here. I know. You're out of position, Puff. That's not helpful. There we go. Puff, that is not helpful. I know. This is what I meant when I was saying Puff works a bit too hard and tries to do what a single horse Liberty horse would do. Right. There, we got it. Good boys. Should we try for a little trot, boys? What do you think? What's the worst that can happen, right? Ready, boys? Oh, yeah. That's cool. We got it, hey? We got those. Come on, lollipop. Oh, we got stuck in the same spot again. No. Go get connected with Puff. Go be with Puff. I love Puff. He's just gonna, I know he's gonna just be stood there, waiting. He knows. Take the pressure off. Put the pressure back on. Take the pressure off as he gets closer to Puff. Yes, good. Good. This is a bit more than what we did before, right? Come on, lollipop. You're nearly in position. You're nearly there. Kind of want you on that side. And I want you... Good. Yes, good. Ah, too far forward. Let's go. Good. Well done, lollipop. There we go. There we go, good. There's our lick and chew, nice. Yeah, this is a little bit more than what we were doing before. You saw, and I don't know if you could see, because the camera's on Puff, standing there looking grumpy. But, you're so perfect, you know that. What I'm wanting is to be able to apply pressure and for Lollipop to know that his position is next to Puff. Right, so if I'm going, Lollipop, get back in position, he should be running to get back in line. And to begin with, I'm not going to be overly fussed about where, though I will, you know, like there, I deliberately put him on the same side, because I'd like him to get that he's supposed to be there. But the idea being I should be able to wave my stick around like a loon, and he go, right, Jamie will shut up when I'm in line with Puff, where I was applied. Ready, boys? And we've lost Lollipop in this corner pretty much every time. So can we not lose him? Nope. No such luck. Lollipop, you're out of position. You're out of position. Get into position. That's not the position. Where are you supposed to be? Not in that corner. I know. Where are you supposed to be? Where are you supposed to be? Set. Better that you're connected to me, but you're supposed to be over here. I know. You're supposed to be right there. No. So I don't want to be next to that little whippersnapper. I know. If Lollipop gets really stuck on this corner, I'll do it 2 more times, I think. But if he gets really, really stuck coming through this at trot, then I'll put a halter on him. But what I'd really like, you can see him licking and chewing after each time I do this, I'd really like him to figure it out on his own, rather than me giving him the answer. And this is like a big part of any kind of natural horsemanship training, is like, let your horse get it wrong. You're not mad, you know, you're not angry about the fact your horse got it wrong. Ready, boys? You're not angry about the fact your horse got it wrong. There we go, good. Good, yes. Wonder Arabs. He was so grumpy. He was such a grumpy old man, Puff. Right, but and it's hard. Like, Lollipop's 4, and so he's still young, and he's having to really concentrate here, you know, on not disconnecting. Puff, don't block him. Good, and good boys. Oh, you're Wonder Arabs. Oh, you're both Wonder Arabs. Hey, look at you, so clever. Hey. This is what I mean when I say that progressing liberty is about finding those points that cause your horse to leave, and then working on them until your horse doesn't leave. And, you know, in Lollipop's case, there was also like a really gaping hole in his groundwork that he wasn't really understanding draw towards. Oh. Wonder Arabs. Hey, look at you both. Look at you both. So handsome. No. Don't be so grumpy. You should know. Don't be so grumpy. Oh. I could just play this for hours though. The loveliest thing about liberty is that you're putting so much less pressure on the horse. I can't believe the state of your mane. And so you just take it, like we take a 5-minute break here, we're ready to go, you know, where, you know, if you do lots of intense ridden work, the horse is often mentally and emotionally and physically more tired. Where I feel like with liberty, you can just play for hours and hours and hours and hours. Are they in your ears? What are they doing in your ears? Do they not know who you are? You're the Pavlo, super Wonder Arab. How dare they? How dare they go in your ears? What about you? Are they in your ears too? Well, yours are not too bad. They're more floofy still. I've still got quite a lot of baby fluff in there. Haven't you? There we go. Good boys. Right. Grab some halters. But that's the stream for today. It's not the most impressive of the streams, I don't think. But hopefully you learnt something from it. Hi, Lollipop. You're supposed to stay with Uncle Puff. You are? You're not supposed to follow me. Oh, look how perfect you are. Do I have to come the rest of it? Puff's so funny. In case you're wondering, that's the whistle for Puff. He's so funny. He likes to do little things like this. Come here. Come here. All the way. It's like little tests. Are you going to demand that I come all the way over, or can I just get away with the minimum? Can I get away with the minimum today? Because you're distracted with Lollipop. Can I get away with it? Oh, you're so naughty. Yeah, so I might do a few more of these if you guys really like this sort of stuff. I mean, there's definitely going to be more double liberty stuff, and one like Puff Freestyle and Lollipop Liberty type sessions. This is just the first of many, and it just seemed like a good day for it since we were all wet and muddy, and now they're dried off, I can brush them off, and maybe I can take you out for a hack this afternoon when I get back from my lesson. Who knows? But I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier, but yeah, I'll see you in the next live stream. Right, boys, hang there a sec. I've got to fiddle with the computer. I'll get you more sweeties. Spoilt Arabians. If they weren't so wonderful, it would be much, much easier to not spoil them so much.